In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill.
Hey, the letter's back.
You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you. Waiting for you to come to see me. But you never do. And so I wait, wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know I've done a terrible thing to you. Something you'll never forgive me for. I wish I could change that. But I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here, waiting for you. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, and all I can think about is how unfair it all is. The doctor came today. He told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this may be my last chance. I think you know what I mean. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I've missed you terribly. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home. Whenever you come see me, I can tell how hard it is on you. I don't know if you hate me or pity me, or maybe I just disgust you. I'm sorry about that. When I first learned that I was going to die, I just didn't want to accept it. I was so angry all the time, and I struck out at everyone I loved most, especially you, James. That's why I understand if you do hate me. But I want you to know this, James. I'll always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. We had some wonderful years together. Well, this letter has gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. That means that as you read this, I'm already dead. I can't tell you to remember me, but I can't bear for you to forget me. These last few years since I became ill, I am so sorry for what I did to you, did to us. You've given me so much, and I haven't been able to return a single thing. That's why I want you to live for yourself now. Do what's best for you, James. James, you made me happy.
And so it's time for our ending, in which we see Laura seemingly happily leaving town. As well as James. They seem to be heading off together, taking the same path. And thus it's time to roll the end credits. So this particular ending was called the Leave ending. The basic interpretation is that James wants to fulfill Mary's final wish and adopt Laura, so they left the town together. So yes, we've reached the end, and quite a ride it was. Though, like most Silent Hill games, there are plenty of other endings to go after. In fact, I believe Silent Hill 2 actually has the most endings of any of the games, so there's still plenty for us to do. We'll be getting to those soon enough. The thing to talk about here is the fact that the three main endings to the game, they're not quite as cut and dry as how it was getting the endings in the first game. It's not really a series of choices. Actually, it's a full analysis of your playing style. To get the ending that I just received, the Leave ending, which is overall the best, I guess you'd call it canon ending, though really there is nothing in later games to point to what really happened here. Anyway, to get the Leave ending, you have to play to make the game feel that you want to survive and that Mary is very important to you. That's why I started every one of my recording sessions by looking at both Mary's photo and the letter. Doing this, it's actually something that lets the game know that you think finding Mary is very important and you want to stay healthy. That's why I always tried to keep my health as high as possible. If I got into the red, I immediately healed all the way back to green. I didn't just leave it midway. These are very important things. Another thing that can influence getting the Leave ending is showing that you don't really care about Maria too much. Don't really mind if you smack her a few times with the plank or whatever, just don't outright kill her. Also, there is one thing leading toward this ending that I kinda did wrong, just for the sake of convenience going through the hospital. Essentially, if you want to influence the Leave ending, you want to ditch Maria as soon as possible, so pretty much immediately go up to the 3rd floor and get rid of her. Basically, those are the main things that influence this ending, I think. Now, some people have been referencing a few things that I skipped doing in this playthrough, and the reason I did so is because they lead toward a different ending, and that's the one I'm going to be going for next. So people who've been wondering about things like that journal on the hospital roof, we'll be covering that soon enough. Also, these additional playthroughs to get the other endings. I won't be filming the entire playthrough, but I will be filming different difficulties of the riddles to show differences there, because some of them get really tricky. Also, there are a couple of special weapons. I don't know if I've actually unlocked both of them now or not, but either way, when they come up, I'll demonstrate them. So I think pretty much all that's left is to see what my end rank was here. Obviously, first playthrough it's not going to be stellar, but we'll see how it went. Let's see. 4.5 it looks like. 4 big stars, 5 little ones. Things that kind of killed it were the easier difficulty levels I got. The fact that I've only gotten one ending out of the 4. Saved quite a few times and took over 6 hours to do this. But yes, note there's even a statistic for boat stage time. And Boat max speed? Really? The max speed is pretty much constant, I think, on normal mode. On harder modes, I think you can actually drive it to go faster. Apparently the only thing that I got a gold ranking on was defeated enemy by fighting, because I do most of my fighting melee style. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we can save clear data. Game result. Unlike the first game, it's not even going to tell us right off what we unlocked. But anyway, yeah, updates for now are obviously going to be fairly sporadic because I'm going to have to pick and choose what all I need to record on each playthrough. But they'll be coming as soon as possible. At least the main run is complete. Also, for those wondering about the second scenario, yes, I will be doing that eventually too. But for now, this is going to call it, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the videos, and I will see you again next time. Until then, fare thee well.